It's a perfect situation.
Hello, this is Liz. Welcome to my little urban homestead. Yes, I am still taking it easy. My back's a lot better, but not completely right. But I still have to harvest things when they're ready for it. These tomatoes, I'm harvesting tomatoes when they're not quite red. So that's one, and I've got another one, because what happens as soon as they start to ripen, I'm getting bug damage. So I've never had this before, so I'm harvesting them before the bug damage and laying them, you know, when they're just slightly starting to change colour and going red. That's what I'm harvesting in. And you can see that's either a Roma or a San Marzane, and that's a lovely tomato. And this is one of the biggest I have grown. This is a pink brandywine. As you can tell, it is more of a pink colour than a red. The San Marzane is red, so it's slight but noticeable. But look at the size of them. And I've got all these, so I thought, right, easy thing would be is tomato soup. I make this every year because I grow tomatoes every year for years, and it's different every time because I can never remember what I've done. So I've got here some onions that we're drying, so I'll use them. So I'm going to chop the onions up and some tomatoes, and then I'll bring it back around the cooker. Right, over at the cooker now, and this may look like a cast iron pan, but it isn't. It's cast aluminium. I've got one or two of these, couple of saucepans, skillets. This one, I've got a wok. It's very good. I'd say it was on par with cast iron, not far off at all. But I've got just this one in a pot size. My cast iron, my enamel coated cast iron is, as you can see, slightly smaller, but a hell of a lot heavier. Ow! So while my back is off, I definitely don't want to be using them because of the weight. So cast aluminium, and I think it's good because it doesn't stick. Nothing sticks to it. Brilliant. Now I'm putting some olive oil in here. You can use butter, you can use a combination of the two, but this is what I'm using. Those onions I've chopped up, and I'm going to put them in now and just let them blip away. They can now blip away in here and slowly sweat down, caramelise, whatever, but they can slowly do that while I prepare the tomatoes. Well, in fact, what I will do to help release some of the liquid in it, I'm going to put in about half a teaspoon of salt. Maybe a touch more. That is about a half a teaspoon altogether. And we'll let that all I do, oh, sorry, while I cut the tomatoes up. And that's on a low heat on my medium burner. I apologise, I've got the camera. I apologise, I had got the camera in the wrong position. I've been cutting these tomatoes up and I thought I'd show you exactly how nice they are. So this gives you a side look. All the seeds, I can't tell if you can make this out. As you can see, all the seeds around the edge, so all this middle is flesh bit, and it's really nice, and that gives you an idea, so you can see how fleshy that is. And to give you the side profile, if you wanted to make sandwiches out of it, that's the side profile with a few seeds around the edge, but mainly flesh in the middle. And they are very tasty. Now I've been doing, the onions have been going away for a few minutes while I've been doing the tomatoes, and they're starting to go translucent. I shouldn't have put your thumb on there. Ah, it's hot. But now I've got a bowl full of tomatoes. I mean, this is why you grow a garden yourself, because I don't know about you, but I've never seen these pink Brandywine in the supermarket before, and they taste lovely. So we'll let them cook down for quite a while. I think I might do a few more tomatoes since I've got a lot. But you grow tomatoes for basically so you're eating, because both Lurch and I have been eating, the majority of our meal has been from the garden. All the veg has been from the garden. So it's saving money because it's there. And I have preserved a bit, frozen some broad beans and climbing beans, dehydrated cucumber, courgettes, zucchinis, but it's mainly to eat fresh. I can't grow enough in the space that I've got to eat fresh and to preserve. But now we're sorting out the front garden, I may be able to grow more, but it's still not going to be a year's worth that I could grow for us. But we'll see how much it goes. I mean, as yet I haven't preserved any tomatoes up. We've had tomatoes on every meal nearly for 2 weeks. Even if we have something simple, I just put a sliced tomato up, or we'll have a BLT sandwich, anything, and I make the bread myself, or I might make one for this. We'll see. But I'm just going to leave that to cook away. I'll probably get some more tomatoes, about the same amount, and then I'll bring it back in half an hour or so when it's started to sweat down. As you can see, I've added more tomatoes, and it's now going quite well, but I want to, let's go back on it. You can eat these. I'll show you. All this is the bottom bit of the tomato, and I don't want them in it. My chickens love tomatoes anyway, so I just give it to the chickens and turn it into eggs. So it's just going there nicely. Some of these are not quite right, they've got a bit of green in them, but they'll be fine. So I'm going to add a bit more salt to help bring out the extra juice in the tomatoes. Some more salt. I grew no garlics this year. I intend to grow a lot more next year. But this year I'm running on garlic powder. So I'm putting a heaped teaspoon of garlic powder in. Also, I'm going to put just a touch of pepper. Don't like a lot of pepper in, because I can always add it later, add some more later. I need to swap hands here. Better. You still see how it. And so you can see it's already releasing a lot of liquid, but I'm just going to let it go for about 15 minutes, and then it'll be ready to do a couple more things to it, but I won't be doing them until we're about to eat tonight, because it's only just 12 o'clock. So it's a bit early, but I thought, right, I'll do it now, save me doing it later, because I need to rest. So I'm going to do some sewing now. Well, a quarter of an hour when this is cooked down, and it'll be ready for doing the other things when it is time to eat. So I'll bring you back then. I have had a wonderful couple of hours sewing, and now this has come down to less than room temperature. I'm just gonna get me a immersion blender in it. Also, it makes it easier once it's gone cold to actually put the cream in. Whenever I go to the supermarket and there are things reduced, because they're coming close to or at their best before date, and they reduce the price, and this was reduced from £1.35 to 41 pence. So it's, what is it? It's whipping cream. I thought this was single, never mind. But it's been defrosting in the fridge. Well, it's very thick actually, but I'm going to put it all in. Whoops. It's so awkward when I've got a camera in front of me. That's my oven. It's just preheated. I'm going to put some garlic bread in, and we're going to have it with this soup. If you haven't got a stick blender, you can always use your, if you've got one, a normal blender mixer, or your food processor, whichever. Now you can actually eat this cold, but I don't want cold tomato soup. I want hot, so I'm going to return this to the stove to heat it through while my garlic bread is cooking. Garlic baguette ready? Hot. There it is. It's now heating through, and it's a big pot of tomato soup, but there's £5 tomatoes that went in this. So all it needs now is dish it up. I did add a little bit of salt and pepper. You have to taste your food to see if it is exactly right. And it is. Now I've watered it. Thank you. Bye.
It's a perfect